So that was the entire thing that we covered in the last class. Introduction to polynomials, polynomials in one variable, degree of a polynomial, types of polynomial. Now we are like moving forward. Okay, now what are we doing now? The chapter roadmap is like this. We did this thing. Okay, we did this thing in the last lecture. Now we are on this zeros of a polynomial. After that, we'll be like going through remainder theorem process, and after that, identities. Okay, and after that, that is the last lecture, which is regarding super practice session. Okay, so here are some questions I'll be asking. So do not answer in a group. I'll ask someone. Okay, just similar to the last class, we'll be like putting a score regarding school 1 and school 2. Let's see. Anjum is present in school 1. Okay, in the first line. Okay, and Aisha from school 2. Aisha is present. Okay, so okay, so you answered. So these are the options we have, and you have to tell what is the degree of this polynomial.
Option A, madam.
Okay, thank you so much. You can sit, Anjum. Aisha?
A, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So this is clear to you all, right? You can sit down. This is clear to you all, the highest degree of the variable. See, you can easily see here 5 is greater than 3 and it is greater than 1. So 5 is the degree of the polynomial. 5 is the degree of the polynomial. So we can say that A is the correct answer. So I'm like keeping a note that 1 to both the schools. Okay, let's move forward. And there is a next question here. And I'm calling Puneet from school 1. And Karishma from school 2. Karishma is present?
Yes.
Okay, can you come forward? Okay, so I am showing the options here. So there are 4 options. Okay, what is the type of a polynomial this?
C, madam.
Okay, you are saying C. And school 2?
C, ma'am.
Okay, school 2 is saying same option. Okay, you can sit down. Both of you can sit down. Now, what is the type of polynomial? These options are in the form of number of terms. So can you tell me how many number of terms are there in this polynomial? So what is the type of polynomial? Monomial. Here there are 3 variables. Okay, there are variables, but the number of term is only 1. Can you see that? This is like little confusing. It can be little confusing. Now here, what we have, that we have only 1 term. We have only 1 term. So trinomial is wrong. Trinomial is not the case. Monomial is the correct answer. So this can like create little confusion in your brain because there are 3 variables, not 3 terms. If it could be written like this, 7x plus 2y plus 4z cube, then this is trinomial. Okay, then this is trinomial. Now it is a monomial. So Puneet and Karishma, do you get this? Can you like show me your hand? That did you get it? Okay. So, okay, clear. So to both the schools, this question is clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so the answer is? And not? Yes, it is not trinomial, but it is a monomial. Okay. So let's see another question here. Now I'll be calling, I think the name is Alvia. Alvia from school 1.
Absent, madam.
Okay, absent. Chaitanya? Absent. Okay, so you can answer like in a group. Okay, so I'm showing you the option. Okay, can you? Yes, you can say.
Hi, madam.
Okay, 5. Okay, let me show the options. Okay, these are the 4 options here: 3, 1, 5, and 9. Okay, so everybody is saying C is the correct option. So you just need to add the powers. Okay, X has power 1, Y has power 1, and Z has power 3. So you just need to add powers 3 plus 1 plus 1, that is equal to 5. So C is the correct option here in this question. So everybody is correct. C is the correct option. Good. Now we are moving forward and let's see what we are having. Now you have to answer one by one. Okay. Write whether the following statements are true or false. You have to justify also. Okay. So you can like raise your hand and I can like say something like first row, second student and so on. So first is a binomial has two terms. School 2, the girl with the mask in the front. Can you answer? Yes, it's you. Black mask in the front. Binomial has two terms. Is this correct or not? It is correct. Okay. So can you say why?
Binomial has two terms.
Okay, yeah, we repeated. Okay, gets good. The answer is still the same. The statement is the answer. A binomial has two terms. Bi means two and nomial means numbers or terms. Okay, so a binomial has two terms. The answer here is true, and she has given the justification also. Okay, moving on to the next, that every polynomial is a binomial. So in school 1, I can see in the boys line, the last boy, which are like I can barely see. Last boy in the first row. Is it true or false?
False, madam.
Okay, false. Can you say why? Can you give an example?
Polynomial is a binomial, but not a polynomial.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. So every polynomial is a binomial. It's a false statement, because if I can say 7x, okay, 7x is a polynomial, but it is not a binomial. It is monomial. Okay, it contains only one term, and you can like figure out so many examples regarding this thing. So this is a false statement, and whenever a statement is false, you have to like give a counter example, okay, to like prove that you are saying whatever you are saying is true. Okay, now first is done, second is done. Now I can see a binomial may have degree 3. Okay, in school 2, I think first, second, third row boys, the first boy that I can see. Yes, you. I'm very precise in asking students. Can you say true or false? Okay, it is creating some noise. You can do like this. This is true and this is false. You are saying false? True. Okay, so can you give an example? Okay, you are saying false. A binomial may have degree 3. You are saying false. Okay, so you can sit down. I'll explain. See, a binomial. Now, can you tell me yes or no, both the schools, that this is a binomial or not?
Yes, madam.
Both the schools, I need to hear voices, okay? Okay, so is this a binomial or not?
Yes, madam.
So this is having a degree 3 or not?
Yes, madam.
Yes, because this have a degree 3. Highest power to the variable is 3 here. Now, did you understand school 2? The boy, can you understand? This is false. This is true. This is not false. This is true. Can you like show your hand? Did you understand? Okay. So a binomial may have degree 3. Binomial just means two terms. Nothing related with the degree. Okay. Binomial just means two terms. Degree, it can be like any degree. Degree 3, degree 2, degree 0, any degree. Okay. Now, this is a true statement. A binomial may have degree 3. Now, the fourth one, degree of 0 polynomial is 0. Now, I'll be calling in school 1, third row, third boy. I think I can see a blue shirt, I think, among all the white shirt boys. Yeah, yeah, it is blue something. Okay, there are two boys. Anyone can come. Okay, can you tell me this is true or false?
False, madam.
False. Okay, can you say why? No, do not see at the girls. You have to answer it yourself. Yes, I can see you now. So can you give an example that where the polynomial is a zero polynomial but degree is not zero? Any guesses in your mind? You can think like any guesses from your mind. Okay, no worries, no worries. You can sit down. I'll give the example. Thank you so much. Okay, so he has given the correct answer that it is false. Do you remember I told you like 0 into x raised to power 7? Is this a zero polynomial? And the degree is here? 7. Okay, the constant is 0, but the degree is 7 here. So we can say that zero polynomials do not have any degree. You can say it is of degree 7. I can say it is of degree 4. So the degree is not defined here. The degree is not defined here. We learned about all these things in the last lecture. So I hope it's all clear to you guys. The previous lecture is clear. And I hope that you also revised because you answered correctly most of the questions. Okay, can you show me your hands? Okay, can you say yes or no? Yes. You know, this gives me so much energy. So you have to like say yes or no in a great energy or voice. Let's move further. Now, what we'll be learning in today's class, there are some definitions and examples. You know, definitions like seem to be really easy. They seem to be really easy, but they affect the examples a lot. So if you're clear in your basics and your definition, examples will seem really easy. Now, so we will be doing some definitions. Maybe some of the definitions you already know. Now, after that, we'll be doing zeros of a polynomial, some definition examples in that case, and zeros of the linear polynomial in one variable. Okay, let's start this thing. Now, starting with some definitions here. The definition is coefficient of a term. Now, considering the term 8x square, you all know that what is 8x square. In 8x square, what is 8? This is known as coefficient. This is known as coefficient. Now, in this case, 8 is called the numerical coefficient. 8 is called the numerical coefficients. So do you remember what numerical means? Numerical is just related to number. It is just related to number. So numerical coefficient means 8 in 8x square. 8 in 8x square is numerical coefficient. And x square is said to be the literal coefficient. Okay, x square is said to be the literal coefficient. So numerical with the word number, you will like remember this thing. And literal coefficient is x square, or you can say variable, which is like mentioned in your books also. So we can say literal coefficient or variable. So do you understand this definition? Okay, so do not like write whole definitions in your notebook. Whenever you are jotting down the points, now just write the bullet points that this is numerical. Okay, this is literal coefficients, so that you can like more focus on the lecture. Let's see what another. Okay, this is next definition, that is like terms. Now, what is like terms? That who are like each other, like who are similar to each other. Terms having the same variable or literal coefficients are called like terms. Terms having the same variable and literal coefficient are called like terms. So can you see the examples here? Everybody, do not see your notebooks. See it here. See here. 9z square minus 10z square and 15z square are all like terms. Are all like terms. And similarly, 8xy, 9xy, 10xy are all like terms. Is that clear to you all? I'm not hearing anything. You know, I can see you all like little eye movement also. So whenever I'm saying you that look at the screen, so you should look at the screen. Now 9z square minus 10z square and 15z square are all like terms. Let's move further. Now like terms are clear. Let's see unlike terms. Now which are not similar to each other, where the literal coefficients are not same. Where the literal coefficients are not same. See, 19x square is and 8y. Can you see any similarity here? 19x square and 8y. Can you see any similarity?
Madam.
No, right? No. So there is no similarity which seems like they are unlike terms. And similarly with 20x cube, there is no similarity. There is no similarity. Neither the literal coefficient is matching nor the numerical coefficient. So nothing is matching. These are unlike terms. So I hope it is all clear. Unlike terms, like terms. And what was the first definition we started?
Zero.
No, coefficients.
Coefficient, madam.
Yes, coefficients, which are like of two types, numerical coefficients and literal coefficients, like terms and unlike terms. So we covered 4 definitions here. Now let's move further. So these are some notations, how to write a polynomial. Okay, these are some notations. If the variable in a polynomial is x, okay, if the variable in a polynomial is x, we may denote the polynomial by px or qx or rx. All the 3 notations are correct. Okay, what does px means? Polynomial in x. Okay, qx also means the same. This matters. What is written in between the bracket, that matters. Okay, if I say px, it is equal to 2y. Is this correct?
Yes, madam.
Yes or no?
Yes, madam.
Okay, so I told you that px is a polynomial in variable x. Is that correct?
No, madam.
So is this correct?
Yes, madam.
Yes. So what does px means? It is denoting us a polynomial, and the variable is here written in the parenthesis. So here 2x cube we have. Here x is the literal coefficient, which is matching, right? Which is matching with the notation and the exact polynomial. Here it is not matching. Here y is the literal coefficient, but we are saying that it is a polynomial in x. That doesn't match. Okay. Now px, it is equal to 3x square plus 2x plus 1. It is an example that a polynomial in x is written. Qx could be like this. If we are writing x here, there should be x here. If we are writing y, this should be y here. If we are writing z, this is z. The variable in the polynomial is z. Is that clear to you all?
Yes, madam.
Okay, so if I write like this, is that correct?
Yes, madam.
Yes. Oh, if I write like this, is it correct?
No, madam.
No. If x is a variable, then it is not correct. If x has some value, like fixed value like 2, okay, if it is equal to t plus 2, then it is correct. Okay, if x is a variable, then it is false. It is not correct. I'm just like telling you a minute difference. Okay, now I hope this definition, this notation is also clear to you all. It is clear?
Yes, madam.
Okay, very low voice. Yes, madam.
Yes,
I'm also teaching you like this. If the variable in a polynomial, no, it doesn't seem good. So whenever I'll be asking you, you should say in a good voice or a good energy. Let's see what next we have. Now you have to identify like terms here. Okay, so I have these 4 options. Now wait, do not answer. I'll be calling someone. Adarsh is present from school 1. Everybody's laughing. Why? Adarsh is a famous boy in the class. Okay, so let's see how Adarsh will answer this question. So from school 2, Tanya is present, or I had called her or not? Okay. So Adarsh, the famous boy, can you answer this question?
Answer A, madam.
Answer A. Okay, you are saying answer A.
C, madam.
Okay. No, you are listening to the girls. Do not listen to girls. You have to answer it yourself. You said A as the option, right? Or not?
C, madam.
Okay, you are changing. Okay, you can sit down. Thank you, Adarsh. Okay, from school 2, Tanya, I have done with Tanya or not? Okay, I'm not able to listen. What did you say? Okay, absent. Can you answer? Okay, you can show fingers. You can show fingers. Okay, thank you so much. So you have answered like C. Okay, so it is like really clear to you all. Identify the like terms 5x and 5y. So others, you have to like understand this thing. Here only 5 is same. Okay, we always like look through the variable or the literal coefficient. So x and y are different here. So this is not an option. 3x and 3x square, this is not an option. 5y cube and minus 3y cube. Yes, this is an option. That is the correct option. So I hope this question is clear, and C is the correct option. Whosoever understands, that is really good. And I hope that I have given enough explanation for this thing. Okay, let's move further, and one more question. So I'll be calling Zara from school 1.
Absent, madam.
Why everybody is absent? What I have written names, all the absent students. Yazim is present. Okay, Yazim, you have to like come forward. Okay. Now in school 2, from school 2, Umesh is present. Okay, I'll be showing the options. We're waiting for Umesh to come forward. Okay. Let's see some options here. These are 4 options. Which of the following is correct option? You have to like scan every option. Okay, school 1, can you answer first? You are saying B. School 2, can you answer with your fingers? Here, the camera is here. Okay, you are saying 3. Okay, school 2. School 1? You are also saying 1. C. Okay, you can sit down. Both of you can sit down. Okay. So what is the problem in the first option? We have a polynomial in x, but we have one term in x and the other term in y. That is not correct. Okay, that is not correct. And in the second option, we have a polynomial in y, but we have both the terms in the variable x. Okay, it has 3x and 3x square. So it is also not correct. Now in the third one, zt, it is a polynomial in the variable t, and we have t square plus 1. So it is correct. So both the schools have answered correctly. Okay, but with some help from other students. So you have to answer like yourself. Okay, that's why I'm calling single person. Otherwise, I'll be asking from the group. Okay, let's see. C is the correct option. Now, we are moving on to the next topic, that is zeros of a polynomial. Okay, so what does that word zero of a polynomial like strike to your mind whenever you like listen to this thing? Whatever I think is zero of a polynomial means polynomial is going to be 0. Okay, what I think. Let's see what that means. Now, first of all, we'll be asking, we'll be like learning value of a polynomial. Consider the polynomial px, and you have to like write it in your notebook. Px is equal to x square plus 5x plus 4. And can you tell me value of px at x is equal to 1? What does that mean? Px, it is equal to x square plus 5x plus 4. And putting x is equal to 1 means we are getting p1. We are replacing x by 1. Okay, somebody answered. Okay, I think that is the same boy. I remember his voice. Okay, yes, that is the correct option. 1 plus 5 plus 4, and the answer is 10. So you all understand like what is the value of a polynomial. We have to substitute x as a constant, whatever given to us in the question. So school 2, do you understand? Yes. Okay. So what if I'll ask you that put the value as 2, can you answer? You have to find P2 for me.
18, madam.
Okay. He always has very good energy. That like come to me out of the laptop. Okay. So 4 plus 10 plus 4, that is 80. Okay, everybody has same answer? Okay, so we all have a same answer. Now, this is known as value of a polynomial. It can be like at any value, at any value. X could be like 1, X could be like 2, X could be like 0. Now, this is known as value of a polynomial. So whatever we put in the value as X, when we do the arithmetic operation, we get a value like regarding that thing. Okay, now, so can you find this thing? Let's see. I want P1 and I want P minus 1.
0, madam.
Okay, 0. Which one? P1 or P minus 1?
Minus 1, madam.
Okay, so what is the value of P1?
10, madam.
Okay. You already solved this thing and you are taking so much time to say 10. Okay, minus 1 square and 5 into minus 1 plus 4, which is minus 1, not plus 1, minus 5 plus 4, and we get 0 here. So what is the difference in between these two? We are putting some value at the place of X and we are getting like 10 or 18 or something like that. But here there is a little difference. We are putting X is equal to minus 1 and we are getting 0. We are getting the value of the polynomial as 0. Now, what does that mean? Let's see. Okay, so just remember that one, okay? That we put X is equal to minus 1 and we get the value as 0. Now, considering another polynomial, and you have to like tell at Y is equal to 1, what is the value?
0,
I am fast or you are fast? Can you answer?
4, madam.
Yes, 4 is the answer. Okay, so when we are like solving in terms of X and when we are solving in terms of Y, that is the same. We are just putting X is equal to something and Y is equal to something in a polynomial. So that doesn't mean anything. Okay, whatever value we are getting with respect to this thing that is given to us in the question. Now, can you solve this? Okay, I didn't heard whatever you said. Everybody understand what I am saying? Now these are the polynomials in variable y, and we are saying that we have to put y is equal to minus 1 at every place. Wherever we see y, we will put minus 1. So let's solve this thing. Minus 1 raised to power 4 will be 1 only. Minus 5, then minus 1 raised to power 3 will be minus 1. You have to be like good in calculations. Okay, minus 1 raised to power square will be 1 we get, and 6. So we have 4 plus 5 minus 1 plus 6. Is that right?
Yes, madam.
Okay, so 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 5, 15, and 15 minus 1 is 14. So we get 14 as the answer. Everybody is getting the same answer? Anybody having problem in putting the values? You can like ask as many times as possible, okay? So if you have any problem, any one of you, you can ask me anytime. Now, q of -1, we just need to put y is equal to -1 in each and every term. Okay, so that's why we get 4 minus 1 raised to power 4 and something. So you should be like good in this thing, -1 raised to power 4, because always when we have some confusion in the answer, mostly that is the confusion of minus sign. Okay, some people will get like here, if somebody get this as plus, the answer will change. If somebody get here as minus, the answer will change. Okay, so with only one single sign, your answer could be incorrect. So you have to be like really focused when you are doing calculation. So you understood this thing, right? At y is equal to -1, we get q minus 1, it is equal to 14. Okay, let's move further. Now consider the polynomial rt, it is equal to t minus 1. Okay, considering rt, it is equal to t minus 1. So what will be the answer of r1? Let's, yes, let's put this thing. We are putting t is equal to 1. So I am getting 0 as the answer. Now putting 1 in the polynomial, I get 0. Okay, as r1 it is equal to 0. Just listen to me first. Okay, as r1 it is equal to 0, we say that 1 is a 0 of the polynomial, because it is bringing the value of the polynomial as 0. It is bringing the polynomial, the value of the polynomial as 0. So we can say that 1, the value we put here, the value of t is a 0 of polynomial. In general, we say that a 0 of a polynomial px is the value of x for which px is equal to 0. Now this is like really important for this chapter. Zeros of a polynomial is an important topic here, and just listen to me once again. In general, we say that a 0 of a polynomial px is the value of x for which px is equal to 0. Now it could be like x is equal to 0, you put x is equal to 0 and p0 will come as 0. Then 0 is the 0 of a polynomial. Do not get confused with that thing. Now if we put x is equal to 1 and we have px, it is equal to x minus 1, then see 1 minus 1 is 0. So we can say that 1 is the 0 of px. Is that correct? Everybody understand this thing? It's not difficult, right? You just need to like have a practice of these things. How do we find 0 of a polynomial? How do we find value of a polynomial? What is the difference between value of a polynomial and 0 of a polynomial? What does 0 of a polynomial means? The value of x which help us to get the value of the polynomial as a 0. That is known as 0 of the polynomial. So let's see. So this is the question 1. You have to like do it one by one. I'll be asking one by one. Now px, it is equal to x plus 2. You have to find p1 first. This is x plus 2. You have to find p1. What will be the value of p1? School 2, you have to answer. 3. Yes, thank you so much. So you just need to put the value of x as 1. So we get 3 as the answer. We can say that p1 is equal to 3. So is 1 is the 0 of polynomial? School 1? Is 1 is the 0 of polynomial or not? No. Good. Okay, let's find the next one. P of 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay. Now this is also not the 0 of polynomial. Yes, you can say school 2. Yes, you are saying something. Yes, thank you so much. So P2 is equal to 4, and we also know that 2 is not the 0 of a polynomial because we are getting value as 4, not 0. Okay, let's find something else, that is P minus 1. Yes, 1. Okay, so this is also not the 0 of a polynomial. Now let's see. P of minus 2 is what? Yes, it is 0. So can you say that from 1 to minus 1 and minus 2, which one is the 0 of the polynomial? Minus 2. So minus 2 is the 0 of a polynomial. Now I am giving you one more example, that is x square minus 2x plus 3. Okay, you have to find again p1, p2, p minus 1 and p minus 2. Let's start with p1. What do we get?
Madam, P of 1 is equal to 2, madam.
Yes, 2. P of 1, it is equal to 2 here, and it is not the 0 of a polynomial. Let's find the next one. Is this a 0 of a polynomial?
Yes, madam. No, madam.
You are very fast. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay. 3 is the answer here, and it is not the 0 of a polynomial. Okay. Now, the next one. Let's see who will find first.
Six, madam.
Okay, you are saying 6. Let me see. I see 1 plus 2 plus 3, it is equal to 6. Okay. So P of minus 2, can you find?
Yes, madam. Eleven, madam.
Yes. So any of the value 1, 2, minus 1 or minus 2, is there any 0 of a polynomial?
No, madam.
Okay. So I'm giving you one more thing now. The polynomial is this now. Okay. So you have to find for these 3 values only. Can you tell me which is the 0 of polynomial? I'm just giving you 1 minute. You have to find for x square plus 2x plus 3.
So, 1, madam.
Okay. School 2, are you not solving? I'm seeing everybody's like looking at the screen.
None of them, madam.
Okay, thank you so much. Let everybody solve. Okay, school 2, can you answer from 1, 2 or minus 1? Is there any 0 of the polynomial this? Okay, no is the answer. Okay, so I'm now changing the polynomial to be this. Everybody here, polynomial is again changed to this, x square plus 3x plus 2. Now you have to check again for 1, 2, minus 1 and minus 2.
Madam, P of 1 is equal to 7, madam. 6, madam.
Okay. P of 1 is equal to 6. Okay, I got that. P of 2, can school 2 answer? P of 2. You can have your time. You can ask like 1 more minute. You can ask for 1 more minute. You can solve. Boys of school 2, you can also answer. If the mic is like near the girls, you can also like stand up and come to the mic and you can answer also. Okay, for some time you will not answer now. I'll ask school 2. School 2, can you give me the answer of P of 2 and the value of Px is here written at the top. Okay. It is easy, right? We have to just put the value of x is equal to 2 here.
P of minus 1 and P of minus 2 is 0, madam.
Okay, you are saying that P of minus 2 is 0. Okay, I'll be writing this here. I'll check after some time. Okay. P of minus 1? Okay, P of minus 1. Okay, thank you so much. And P of 2 is, you have to put 2 here, I get 4. You have to put 2 here, I get 6 plus 2, that is 12. Okay. And P of minus 1, when I'll check, it is minus 1 whole square is 1, plus 3 into minus 1 is minus 3 plus 2. And that turns out to be 0. So can we say that minus 1 is the 0 of polynomial Px? Yes or no? Okay. What about minus 2? Yes. There are 2 zeros. Can you focus on this thing? If I put P of minus 2 here in this question, if x is equal to minus 2, I get again 0. At x is equal to minus 1, I get 0. So there are 2 zeros of this polynomial, x square plus 3x plus 2. Is that understood? So can we get one more 0 of this thing? If any possibility. Can we get one more 0 of Px? Yes or no? Or you can say do not know. Okay, let me tell you. When the polynomial is quadratic, whatever is the degree, the maximum number of zeros are this only. Okay? If we are finding zeros of a quadratic polynomial, the maximum number of zeros will be 2. Okay? If I am finding 0 of this, what is the maximum number of zeros? Full 1, are you listening? That t, it is equal to t plus 1. Okay, I just said that of a quadratic polynomial, whatever is the degree, this is the number of zeros we have. What is the degree here? What is the degree? Yes, 1. So what are the number of zeros? 1. Yes. So number of zeros, it is equal to the degree of the polynomial. Okay, just write down this thing. Number of zeros, it is equal to the degree of the polynomial. Now, you cannot find one more 0 for this thing. X square plus 3x plus 2. You just found minus 1. One second. You just found minus 1 and minus 2 as the zeros. So you cannot find one more 0 for that thing. Okay, let's move further and let's see some examples here. Okay, so find 0 of the polynomial this. We have to find 0 of the polynomial and nothing is given to us to put the value. So what do we do? We will do like this. To find the 0 of the polynomial, we know that for any value of x, Px should be equal to 0. So 3x plus 1 should be equal to 0. 3x is equal to minus 1. X is equal to minus 1 by 3. So try to put x is equal to minus 1 by 3 here. Let us see that what is the value. Putting x is equal to minus 1 by 3 in this polynomial. Tell me the answer. I want the answer P of minus 1 by 3. What is the value here?
0, madam.
Yes, 0. So that is the same thing. If it is given to us in the question that find the value of the polynomial at x is equal to minus 1 by 3. You just put the value and you get 0. Okay. Here we are doing the reverse thing. We first of all put Px is equal to 0. Put the value of Px here. It is equal to 0. And we solve for x. And when you get the value of x, you can recheck. You can recheck by putting it here. That is x is equal to minus 1 by 3 is the 0. So you get 0 as the answer because we find it from the polynomial. Do you understand this thing?
Yeah.
Sure. If you have any doubt, you can ask me.
No,
Yes or no?
madam.
No means you do not understand, you do not have any doubt. Yes? Okay, I'll repeat. Now, I'm taking another polynomial, that is px. It is equal to t minus 2. Is this correct? Is this correct? Px is equal to t minus 2? No, it should be like pt, it is equal to t minus 2. Okay, now I have to find 0 for pt. What I'll do, I'll put pt, it is equal to 0, because I know that at the end, if I have some value for t, I put the value of t and I get pt is equal to 0, right? So we first do it this thing. We first put pt is equal to 0. Now write the value of pt here. T minus 2 equals 0. Now what is the value of t? It turns out to be 2. Now let us just put the value 2 here. What is the value of pt now? At t is equal to 2. School 2, can you tell me what is the value of p2 here?
0 madam.
0. School 2, do you understand that now p2 is equal to 0? That's we were finding. That's what we were finding. We were finding the 0 of the polynomial. That turns the polynomial to be equal to 0. School 2, the girl you asked me, do you understand? Okay, sure, na? If you can like ask me to repeat again, I can repeat also. Correct? Okay, thank you so much. Okay, find 0 of the polynomial 2x minus 1. So I'll ask from school 2. Okay, thank you, school 1. I'll ask from school 2. Yashwant is present. Okay, Yashwant, if you know the answer, then you can tell me. Otherwise, you can tell me that what to do. I'll do it. Okay. Your voice is not audible. Okay, see. So you know the answer. Okay, thank you so much. You can sit down. Now, what do we need to do? We will put 2x minus 1 equal to 0. We have to repeat the same process to gain the understanding. Okay. 2x minus 1 is equal to 0, which turns out to be 2x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 1 by 2, right? So C is the correct option. C is the correct option. Now let's see. Is the 0 of the polynomial this?
Yes madam.
Yes. Okay, school 2, yes or no? Yes, because what does that mean? We have to put here 0. Okay, what is the value of P0? 999 into 0. Whatever the number it could be, the biggest number you can imagine, but we are multiplying with 0, we get 0 here. So yes, it is the 0 of the polynomial this. Okay. Yes, it is the correct answer. Now, 0 of the linear polynomial in one variable. You understood the concept that what is 0 of the polynomial. Now we are finding 0 of linear polynomial only. Now, if px, it is equal to ax plus b. Is this a linear polynomial? What is the degree here?
1 madam.
1. Linear polynomial has degree 1. And can you tell me what is the type of polynomial based on the number of terms? Binomial. School 2, do you understand this thing? Px, it is equal to ax plus p. On the basis of number of terms, what is the type of polynomial? Binomial, because there are 2 terms only. And what is the degree here? 1. That's why it is a linear polynomial. Now, we have to find a 0 for px. Now, we have to find the 0 for px. What do? We just learned this thing, right? Ax plus b is equal to 0. We have to put px is equal to 0. So, we did this thing. Writing px, it is equal to 0, which means this thing, which means ax is equal to minus b, which means x is equal to minus b by a. Right? So for a linear polynomial, as we have already seen, to find the zero of the polynomial, we need to solve the polynomial equation this, px is equal to 0. So putting the value of px here, ax plus b is equal to 0. So ax is equal to minus b, x is equal to minus b by a, right? So this is the answer of the zero of polynomial. I hope you all understood. Everybody understood this thing? If you know the method, you simply do px is equal to 0. If you remember that x is equal to minus b by a is the answer, you can do that thing also. So both will work for you. Okay. Let's see. So x is equal to minus b by a is the only zero of the polynomial. Why? Because I told you, right? Whatever is the degree, it is equal to number of zeros. See, number of zeros, it is equal to degree of polynomial. Now, what is the degree here of linear polynomial? 1. So, what are the number of zeros? 1. And that is equal to? That is equal to minus b by a, that we just like calculated, right? So x is equal to minus b by a is the only zero of the polynomial px is equal to ax plus b. A linear polynomial in one variable has only one zero. Clear, everybody? Yes. Okay. So let's see, verify whether 2 and 1 are zeros of the polynomial this. Okay, you can name it like this only. Okay, you can name it like px, qx or whatever. You have to tell me p of 2 and p of 1. I'm giving you 1 minute. For P2 or P1?
P2, madam.
Okay, find it for P1 also.
Madam, 0, madam.
Okay, thank you so much. School 2, you have to solve also. Or you can match with my answer, okay? Okay, so I'm getting 0 in both the cases, which means 2 and 1 are both the zeros of this polynomial. And I remember I told you that for a quadratic polynomial, what is the maximum number of zeros? Anyone can answer? For quadratic, for linear it is 1 because degree is 1. For quadratic, the degree is 2. So what is the number of zeros? 2. Yes. Okay. So whatever are the number of zeros, it is equal to the degree of the polynomial. Just remember this thing. I'm saying it like third, fourth time. Just remember this thing. Okay. Now we are moving to this thing. Write zeros of these polynomials. The first polynomial is this. Second is this. Third is this. And fourth is this. Okay, so 0 of 1 is x is equal to minus a. Okay, school 2, you can answer for the second part. One second, wait. I am asking school 2.
X is equal to a, teacher.
Okay, thank you so much. X is equal to a. Now for third part, school 1 will answer. Any girl from the front can answer.
X is equal to
Okay, that is the case we are already studying as a general case. Okay, x is equal to b by minus b by a. And school 2 will answer for the fourth one. Any boy should answer. Any boy. Do not put your heads in your notebook. Just come here and answer. Okay, thank you so much. So 0 of fourth will be, it is equal to x is equal to b by a. So you got the point, right? You have to like equate this thing equal to 0. And whatever you get the value of x, that will be the value of 0 of that polynomial. Understood this thing? Okay, so let's see what we have next. Is 3 is the 0 of the polynomial this? If 3, it is given that 3 is the 0 of polynomial this, we have to find the value of a. Now, if this is like px, we are given that px is equal to x square plus 2x minus a, and we are given that p3 is equal to 0. Let's see who will find first. Just use your basics, whatever I told you, whatever I taught you.
Madam, 8 madam.
Okay, thank you so much. Other students, I'm writing the answer as 15 from school 1. What is the value of a? You are saying 0? Okay, I'm writing 0 here. Okay, let's see what we need to do here. P3 is equal to 0 means we have to put 3 here. Okay, so P3 means 3 square plus 2 into 3 minus a, it is equal to given 0. Okay, it is given as 0. Simple. We are given that 3 is a 0. So we have just like written that thing here. P3 is equal to 0. Now we have to put the x is equal to 3 and the value of the polynomial is 0. Now what do we get? 3 square is 9 plus 3 to the 6 minus 8 is equal to 0. So we get 15 minus 8 is equal to 0. What is the value of a here? 15. Okay. Now you can cross check also. X square plus 2x minus 15. If this is the polynomial, can you like put 3 here and check that it is 0 or not? It will be because we just find this from the polynomial itself. So if we put 3 here, what I get 9 plus 6 minus 15, which means 15 minus 15, it is equal to 0. Okay. So a is equal to 15 is the correct answer here. A is equal to 15 is the correct answer. Everybody understood this thing? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. What is the correct answer here? Okay. So if you compare this thing with this, ax plus b, right? For ax plus b, minus b by a is the correct answer. Now here, what is a? It is 2. What is b? That is 3. Minus 3 by 2. So C is the correct option. Yes? Okay, thank you. So whatever I'm saying, what is that is minus 3 by 2 is the correct answer, and that is C option. Okay, now how many zeros are there for this? 2x square plus 0 into x cube plus 1. Okay, so what is the final polynomial? It is 2x square plus 1. And this is a quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial means degree is 2. So what is the number of zeros? 2. Okay, so C is the correct option. So this is the summary. We did some definition and examples. We did zeros of a polynomial and 0 of the linear polynomial. I hope everyone understands whatever I taught today. Everybody understands? Yes. Okay, so if similar questions comes in your test or bi-weekly, will you able to like attempt those questions? Yes, correctly? Yes. So any doubts anyone is having? Okay, so we'll meet in next class. Till then, bye-bye and enjoy your weekend and advance. Bye-bye.
One by one.